do, folks? How you doing? Just another quick one. I suppose it's going to be another one for the Trump tards, really. I'd just like to remind them of a couple of things that they seem to have forgotten. Apart from the fact that all leaders are selected, not elected. And don't get me wrong, I'm not an anti-Trump and pro-something fucking else. I think everybody knows my stance. It's never flip-flopped, it's always been the same. The entire system is set up to fuck you, and anybody in that system is fucking you. Pretty simple, really. And it's not really hard to understand either, is it? When you look at the world, you see what's happening to you. But the Trump tards, those pinning the ropes on the milk tray man, OQ. Palestine, Yemen. You see him kissing the arse of the Khazarian mafia. He's owned in total by the Rothschilds, who've bailed him out fuckloads of times. In absolute, over and over. They own him. 5G, chemtrails. What's the milk tray man saying about that shit? Vaccines. I know they're dipping in against the CDC at the minute, the WHO. But that's just part of the theatre. How many vaccines do American kids have to have? I mean, it's bad enough how many English ones have to have. How many do the American kids have to have? What's happening about that? Year in fake arrests. I mean, fucking hell. Them bunch were shouting about Tom Hanks being fucking killed months ago. He's still popping up now making videos. Oh, fucking hellfire. You've got the world calling for Bill Gates' arrest. Still seems to be calling the shots, don't he? He isn't. He's just another fucking puppet. They're just figureheads. They're just puppets, all of them. It doesn't matter what they say, what they do. When you boil it all down, I guarantee you every single one of them will be a private limited company. That name will be private limited company. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. So when they're killed, it's only the corporation that gets killed. They're killing the corporation, and they can do it lawfully and say it lawfully. Bill Clinton PLC. they kill the company. I can tell you Bill Clinton's dead. Tom Hanks PLC. And so on and so on and so on. It's how it happens. But the reality is, these flip-floppers, they've got to see that they're shouting about shit that gets disproven, and they're still standing there shouting until it suddenly hits them that they can't do it anymore, and then they just shout on the next one, and then the next one, and it's all trusting that fucking plan. Trusting that plan. The only thing in the entire truth movement that is fucking getting you to do nothing when they want nothing done, to riot and kick off when they want rioting and kicking off to be done. I mean, imagine, we was in lockdown still. Well, you guys were, I fucking weren't. But lockdown was still going on, and all of the leaders were kind of calling for protests. Az was saying protest peacefully. But it's the same thing, protest. They're telling you, go protest. Well, when did your own government ever tell you to protest? No matter how they put it. Fucking idiot. Somebody there stood at the side of the road still in a mask. No, I'm right in the middle of the countryside. There's nobody for fucking miles and miles, and they're standing there in a fucking mask. Fucking more people trusting plans. The world is wonky. I keep saying it. You can't even fucking say how wonky this shit's getting. But I cannot believe how stupid people still are, and it's gone into stupidity now. It's stupidity. People are trusting something that tells them to do fuck all until they want to kick off, and then it tells them to kick off. Turns them into arseholes, basically. And I know there's still some that aren't arseholes yet, but you will be by the end of it all, I guarantee you. You're following an idiotic fucking plan to just acquiesce, to not fucking try and fucking not consent to it. I mean, where does Trump ever tell you about the Sesquivy? Where does he ever tell you about the difference between your person and the man and woman? You know, he could blow it all. If he was really, really out to do it, he could blow it all wide the fuck open. Wide the fuck open. He wants to deal with the parasites and the paedophiles. Well, the paedophiles and the parasites, they're in the Vatican, aren't they? Could blow it wide open. Sesquivy Act, 1666. Come and tell us all about it. Tell everybody that them and the person, the all caps name isn't them. Tell them that the governments have been committing fraud. You could blow it wide open. All you guys wanting to trust the plan, why ain't he telling you that shit? Oh, and please excuse it with, they'd kill him if he did that. They'd kill him if he did this. If he was doing this against them, he'd be dead at all costs, and it wouldn't be a case of fucking, oh, we can't because it's too obvious. Obvious wouldn't fucking matter a shit. Obvious don't matter to him. Dead matters to him. Stop it. Stop it and make sure the next one doesn't fucking do it. That's what would matter to him. If this was real, they would know they're going to lose. They've got nothing to lose but kill him, kill you, press the button, whatever it'll be. They've got control of all the viruses in the fucking world. They could kill us all instantly. They could kill any single one man, just one with the genetics. They could fashion a virus that is specific to one man and set it loose in the entire world, so wherever it got, it only got him. It's not rocket science to these parasites. They've been doing this for fucking years. They're way more advanced than we believe. Way more advanced than we could ever fucking imagine. And can you imagine people are really still sitting there thinking that this shit's real? Oh, he's going to do this, he's against the Federal Reserve, he's against the WHO. His drinking buddies. They're pissing themselves at you lot. They really fucking are. But the problem with it is, I mean, I know it isn't everybody watching this, but those that fucking are into this, they're pissing themselves at you, but what you're doing is dragging us fuckers along with you. We're trying to tell you all the fucking way. But you're just sitting back, following folks that have got thousands and thousands and thousands of viewers, and you're just parroting whatever they fucking say because they must be right, because they've got the algorithms on their side. Come on. Is that fluoride really that strong? What's going on? What's going on? Is the fluoride really that fucking strong? Folks need to wake up and smell the fucking roses. They really do. It's absolutely bizarre what folks will believe. And what's worse, it's not what they'll believe that's the worst thing. It's what they'll ignore. It's what they'll ignore, because all these beliefs must be getting shattered on a daily basis for them if they actually open their eyes. They must be. This is why I say I don't believe anymore there's anybody worth the salt, and I don't mean that derogatory to anybody who's just been suckered into this shit, but I mean what I call the power hitters, those that have been around a while, those that people actually listen to. I don't believe there's any one of them anywhere that can still be falling for this shit. Absolute, don't believe it. I don't believe it. I can't believe it, because like I was saying before, Yemen, Palestine, Israel, all that's going on in the world, all those things that you want to ignore and not mention, what about them? If he's real, what about them? What about all this dancing around fucking globes with fucking with the Arabs, the Saudis? How do you settle with that? How do you settle with him kissing the Wailing Wall and standing there with Netanyahu and fucking sending them billions and billions to slaughter people, basically, just to slaughter people and run the fucking world? That's the head office of the fucking of this Khazarian mafia. That's what Israel was created for. You've got London, which is the financial. You've got Washington, which is the military. You've got Rome, which is the propaganda and the fucking enslavement. Israel was just created as a fucking head office for these fuckers. You got places like North Korea, which is super secret places where they can do literally fucking anything and show you a bit of theatre there and you'll fucking fall for it. You fall for literally anything that they want to show you. It's absolutely ridiculous. Why would you? Just why would you? Why ignore those things to just jump on this stupid, ridiculous plan of acquiescing or kicking off when they tell you to? Knowing they want martial law, and you're calling for the very things that'll cause martial law. You're calling for like defunding the police. What happens when there's no police? I mean, I'm no fucking fan of the police, everybody should know that. But what happens when there is none? It's the military, you daft twats. They don't just fucking go away. They don't just say, oh, we don't rule the place anymore, fucking let anarchy rule. They bring the military in, martial law. All the shit that you're calling for is just fucking, it's ridiculous. Fucking, you're watching somebody kick fuck out of a copper. And to be honest, some of them fucking deserve it. But do you think that's the answer? Violence, I can't ever say violence is never the answer, because sometimes it is. Even the governments tell us this with the military budgets. That alone tells you that sometimes violence is the answer, but they use them for evil purposes. They've got far more nefarious things to spend their fucking money on, and for reasons unbeknown to most of the folk, because as they own all of the fucking militaries and they cause all of the fucking wars, what do you think they've got to defend themselves against? There is no defence. It's just about you. It's controlling you fuckers. They're the last line of defence. They're the last line of defence against you. You talk about kicking off. Well, this is what you're going up against. First of all, you want to kick off, you've got to go against the police on the street. If that ain't fucking enough, then they send the military. Now, I don't know if anybody thinks that they can handle the military, but just do a bit of a Google search on some of the fucking hardware that the military have actually got. And then you think, what happens when people are told to follow orders? They follow fucking orders. If the military are put on the street and told shoot to kill everybody, they'd shoot to fucking kill everybody. Yes, there'd be one or two of them that'd see the sense and probably run away. But the reality is, the majority of them, mob mentality. Start shooting. Beyond that, got 5G, they could switch that up, turn that up and fry your fucking ass. Biological weapons like you couldn't fucking imagine. Chemical and biological. But frequency, in reality, we're all carrying some at this fucking thing here that I'm talking into. The motor I'm in, got the radio coming through. Frequency. Don't think for one fucking minute they can't fucking take us all out at the flick of a switch. So what are we fighting? The only way is non-violence. Now, I'd love to string these fuckers up. I would absolutely love to string these fuckers up. But there's never a point in any timeline where I'm going to be in front of them with a rope. Neither are you. Neither are the millions that could gather on the streets to tear more statues down and to smash up more shops and folks' livelihoods, turn cars upside down, set fire to them. You know, beat people up for the colour in the street. You're fucking played. We are so fucking easy to them. As a whole, they don't even have to work at this shit. This is nothing to them. Come on, folks. Wake up. Psychology 101. Bit of fear, bit of fucking hope. They got you. Fear and hope, folks. How the world's run. It's how they've done it forever. Probably through every fucking past reset they've done. Doing another reset right now before our eyes, and we're too fucking distracted waiting for the milk tray man to swing from the fucking clouds. He's not coming. Pied Piper, Anyway, folks, that's about all I've got for you today. I would say I do hope some fucker listens, but unfortunately, I don't believe there's anybody following Q or Trump that's that deep into it that's capable of listening, that's capable of cognitive thought anymore, of rational fucking decision making where it comes to this. They're just only hearing one thing: frequencies locked in. Frequencies fucking locked in. Don't know whether they got you with a flicker rate or just an addictive frequency, but they fucking got you. Against all logic, against all reality, against everything you can fucking see and fucking feel, touch and do. It's like you got virtual reality goggles on. Be insulted. Hey, what do I care? What do I fucking care? I'm watching a world acquiesce. You're just another group that's acquiescing. But hey, be insulted all you fucking like. But it's all there. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Do a little bit of research. Some of you call yourselves serious fucking truthers. Start looking at the other side a little bit. Start looking at the bits that you're ignoring. Start looking at the little bits that you don't want to hear. You need to hear that shit. Why would you just leave a portion of it out when you're making your decisions and when you're looking at your realities that are being created before your very fucking eyes? It's being laid down in front of you. Your twists and turns, jumping up and down for every fucking thing they tell you that you want to hear, and fucking kicking off to everything that they want you to kick off to. It's way beyond being used. You've been programmed. You've been programmed. And your very reaction to this sort of thing, to somebody telling you this, should be telling you that's cognitive dissonance. That is MK Ultra style programming. They've got you. You're insulted by it, rather than stop and think for a minute. Because to be honest, when somebody says something in the heat, talking to my face, you insult me, I'm coming back at you. But I walk away and you sit there with your own thoughts at some stage. We all must. What's going through your head that you can't just... Well, can you? Yeah, maybe. Fluoride or programming, frequencies. Maybe that's all you sit there thinking little bubble love arts with Trump's face inside it. Don't know much to say anymore. It is what it is. You're all fucked if you can't even fucking look at the other side and just see for a minute what the possibilities could possibly be. What could possibly be? If I'm wrong. Could I be wrong? Is there any evidence that I'm wrong? Fuckloads actually. But rather than fucking dismiss that, try looking at it. Try looking at his past. Follow his career. Not the one on telly. Not the one they show you. Not the one they used to create the president and the man that is now. We all know they work a long time in advance. They work up to this shit. They was fucking building him to be your fucking hero ever since he first fucking hit the TVs and headlines. You know how they do this shit. You know how this shit goes. Ask yourself, why is this the one that's going to work? Why is this the one that slipped through? How did this guy slip through in a system that selects all the leaders? They don't allow shit to slip through. There's no reason or no need to let anything slip through. Why should they ever? You know damn well he's rubbed the shoulders for fucking years and years and years. Probably fucking say break bread, but that's not what they eat, is it? But you know they sit at tables together eating. You know the games. You know the games. You know the mates. You know this shit. You know they run everything. You know they're playing you. Deep in your heart. Or you're on that bandwagon for a different reason. But if you really honestly believing that shit, look at the other side with your own eyes. Don't fucking listen to me. Look at it with your own fucking eyes. And if you come out the other side still believing what you believe, I ain't got no more for you. I really ain't. Anyway, that is it. I am done. It is time we really woke up. This fucking waking up into another dream really ain't getting us anywhere. And this sitting waiting for the milk tray man to fix all your fucking problems. Oh boy. It's gonna look really good when they start doing what they're gonna do. The final distractions. It's gonna look fucking fantastic. You're gonna be jumping up and down. You might even get a few bob out of it. But it's gonna fuck the world. It's going to be absolute enslavement, just as we know New World Order is. Money's fake. They can give as much of it away as they want. In one generation, they could make one generation filthy, stinking rich. Would you really sell out your next generation for that? Because they can devalue every penny of that for the next generation, and they will. New World Order, total enslavement. What are you going to take to sell out? Bet it ain't much. See you later, folks. Have a little think on that shit.